to jobs now. We're wondering how that makes your investment case perhaps easier or more nuanced on today's numbers. 5.6% at the headline level for unemployment in October. Surged, though, back into full-time roles. Was that just some payback? Or can we say with any confidence, Simon Meyer, founder and chief executive of FutureYou Executive Recruitment, that it is part of any trend?
Hey, Carson. Hi, guys. Thanks for having me. Look, I think it's reflective of the season, Carson. You know, I said it a few months ago. This is peak time for headhunters, and you know, the full-time stats reflect it. Look, it won't show it again in the next 3 months because we're going to be into our dark side of the moon territory over Christmas. But it does bode well. You know, when the market does come back and the headhunting season recommences in February next year, it does bode well in terms of first half of 2017.
And where have you been seeing a breakout in interest? Or, you know, just talk to the sectors, the hot versus not.
Yeah, look, I think we talk a lot about geographic trends, but let's move away from that and think about the sectors. It's a really good point. And I'm sort of breaking the market in executive recruitment terms into two phases at the moment. So sort of large end of town, not a great deal going on. You know, most organisations pretty cautious around total headcount. If they're making a change or they're bringing someone in, it's because someone's on the way out. So their top line stats on headcount are pretty flat. But it's the SME market that's really powering things, and the sectors to note, e-commerce, the digital sphere, services-orientated companies supporting that, really firing. And you guys might be surprised, but a lot happening in FMCG and retail, so lots of new ventures kicking off in that space that we've supported in the last couple of months.
Is it too basic to be putting this down to what it might appear that SMEs are now starting to plan for growth? One of the things this economy of ours has been missing has been a broad-based injection of business investment. So if businesses are starting to think about growing, they start about how do they grow and who they need to help them grow. Clearly those CapEx numbers that we saw last month were certainly better than anyone had been anticipated, and services was a growth of about some 3%. Is that what we're seeing in that SME interest?
Yeah, and you won't see it on the market either, because it's really coming from support from high net worth individuals who are cashed up and you know, have a theory or have seen something that they want to invest in. The private equity guys equally are also throwing some money around. So it's a lot of companies that are at early start mode. You know, I'll give you an example. We've been working with a company called Nexba Beverages, which you know, is just starting their explosive growth. You know, 2 founders putting in the executive team around them. You know, that's an example of how early it is, but there's lots of that unfolding across Sydney and Melbourne at the moment.